Hello Twin Flames, this is Victoria and I'm here with your daily energy check. Coming to you from the big island of Hawaii, this is the new spot. This is the refuge site in Honua o Honaunau, which is actually not too far from where I'm staying, but I haven't been here since last year and I couldn't leave the island before visiting it again. So thank you for joining me today. I will be a little bit different format of the reading. Today we're going to see what is actually helping the twins, each of the twins, move forward with their mission, with their path, with this journey, and what is preventing them from moving even further or doing even better, right? So we'll take a look at those things. I will not do the messages today. I feel like I've been doing that a lot lately, and I really like to mix it up a little bit. So I feel like this is something that would be good to know to support the twins. So that's what we're gonna do. And at the beginning, of course, I will start with Oracle deck. Today's the Sacred Traveler Oracle. Let's get a card for Divine Feminine first of all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the video, please. So you have finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source, beautiful. And I feel like the eclipse season has really been guiding us towards more of where we're actually supposed to go. It's almost like if you're wandering in like a zigzag shape, you're actually kind of like pushed through to the... And while the eclipse season is over, it's not actually, it hasn't stopped impacting us in some major ways, and it will stay like that at least for another week, maybe 2 weeks even. So keep cleansing, keep getting your energy replenished, and find a deeper connection with the source. Okay, and let's see what we have for Divine Masculines. Sorry, I had to pause the video because I had an issue with my phone. We're carrying on. Masculines have vast vistas and gates of triumph. Beautiful. So expand your horizons, and success expands in your life. See, once you expand the horizons, the success will expand, right? So it looks like you need a wider perspective, like zoom out from where you are right now, or just a different perspective, right? Like maybe if you've been working from a traditional scientific standpoint, you should consider something less traditional, alternative ways. All the ways that it can be. But yeah, let's hope I can still finish this reading without getting everything wet. I'm not even worried about myself as much as the cards and my stuff. But yeah, anyways, expansion can happen in many different ways. See where you feel like you've been either neglecting yourself, or also another way is to find something that brings you joy and go there and do that and see what comes out as a result of it, like what kind of feelings, interesting ideas, and acquaintances come up for you. Okay, we'll sit here. So I will actually use the Witch's Tarot for the feminine, and the first question we're gonna ask is gonna be what is helping. Sorry about the music, but yeah, somebody decided to add some music to our day, so we'll just have to go with it. It's open site, it's nature, it's public site. So people are using it as a place of rest, as a fishing spot, for many different things. Anyway, so the first question is going to be for Divine Feminine. What is helping them move along, glide through? What should they keep doing, so to speak? Like in a corporate world, when we do retrospectives, we often ask questions. What should I keep doing? What should I start doing, stop doing? This is what you should keep doing, or just acknowledge and have that appreciation for what is working in your favor on this path. Wow, the Tower and 6 of Wands. Wow, the breakthrough that come in quite suddenly, sometimes showing up as something rough, as something unexpected, something that breaks your heart, even if just a little bit. But it's also bringing you answers to how to get to public success, how to get to your goals, what is missing, or like exactly which door to open to get there. It's beautiful. Okay, let's see the same for the masculine. Here I'm going to be using the Dream Wave Tarot. What is helping masculines move on with their journey? Got one card. Let's get clarification. This is Ace of Cups. And the Empress. Look at that. Divine Feminine, her highest vibration. Right? So what is helping? Working on self-love and bringing more and more self-love with every cycle, with every cleansing, with every lesson. Right? That's helping kind of build yourself up and get your vibration higher and find out what's the next assignment, what's the next part of the quest, so to speak. And then of course the Divine Feminine, when she's being her beautiful self. And I'm also hearing, even if she's not, she's still that Empress to me. They see you as putting you on the pedestal and see you as such a source of inspiration, such a source of light and positivity, right? Because that's the part where it's often not as easy to explain to people who do not feel that way, who are not in that space of divine love, right? But really, it's so magnetic. It just kind of like pulls you in, right? It pulls you in energetically first, where you're absolutely amazed by this person of yours, right? And then with time, you will find the words to explain it. So it's kind of like that kind of vibe, that energy that is helping masculines, even when they're at the low point, even if they start losing hope, it just immediately brings them up. Okay, so what's not working? What's stopping Divine Feminines from being further along or moving faster on the journey? Not the Chariot, actually rushing too much. And Seven of Swords. Yeah, so trying to shortcut, trying to do things faster, to like if you have some indicators in the physical of like the union coming in or your success in mission, and then trying to do a shortcut to actually get there. Like, use some marketing technique to get the numbers that you need for your, for example, for your business. Or with your masculine, how can you manipulate their mind so that you can get them to take the action that you want them to take. Something along those lines. That's what's preventing it. That's what's actually making it take longer. And sometimes I'm hearing, even if you're trying to explain it, mansplain it, but from a DF perspective, it also means that things will take longer, because there is like this natural resistance to somebody telling you everything that's going on with them. Imagine it that someone is doing it to you. Maybe you have, of course, experienced that, but don't do that. From my personal experience, it's worked a lot better if I approach it in the way of working on myself and getting into a place of more kindness and love myself in my own lifestyle, and then sharing of that in some way, could be directly, indirectly. The universe will find the ways for the masculine to know. But when they hear about those stories, or the miraculous transformations, or how you've been sharing of yourself, right? How much love you have to give and how you are doing that day in, day out. The information that you share with others that could be of help, or could be inspiring, or could give hope to people who have lost it. Like, those things are working as magic, right, by themselves. And you don't need, even if you know that your DM could use more of this or could work on that, be careful with how you bring it to them. And if you are in a place where you have that kind of mutual trust and you can position it, especially while we're still in Mercury retrograde till the 14th of the month, if you can position it as you coming from a place of love and wishing the best and giving your opinion and underlining that that's your opinion, you know, this is just some ideas you have that you wanted to share with them, that's fine. But as soon as you start kind of like driving them into specific solutions that you feel is right, that's when things are gonna start breaking and get delayed for sure. Even if you're right, but you may not be, and that's even worse. Okay, let's see for the masculines, what's preventing them from going further along. We immediately get Six of Pentacles and Two of Swords. So giving too much of themselves and also overthinking, right? It's almost like either they don't take action or they take too long to take an action, or they just give everything they have and then people take advantage of them. They're like, oh, I did it again. You know, there is that thin line where it's great to be giving and to be of service, but it's also important to take care of yourself, right? And of course, overthinking is not going to do that for you. If anything, it's going to drive you crazy, divine masculine. So be careful with that. Sometimes it's better to take action even if you're not 200% sure of it, than to keep waiting and driving yourself crazy over it, because you're depleting your energy as you do it, right? Not to mention you may miss the momentum, the opportunity may be gone by the time you finally decide to make a move. And that goes for relationships, for business ventures, for learning something new and taking yourself to the next level, and anything else in between. Okay, I think I'm gonna end it here. This is a quick check-in today. I hope it was useful for you guys, and I hope should I get the messages anyway. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, I'm feeling for it. So again, we'll continue using the Dreamway Tarot for the masculines to send the message to the feminines. Just a quick message. What would they like to tell their divine feminines today? The world. Wow. Yeah, so I'm hearing they want to say the world is your oyster. You know, like your potential is limitless as long as you manage to see that and to use the opportunities being given to you, right? Yeah, so you are in a space where you can achieve anything you want, live anywhere in the world and be whatever you want, right? So make sure that you are conscious about who you want to be, where you want to be, and how you want to be, and you're acting towards it. And of course the universe will support you there if it's truly coming from your heart space. Even if it's not what other divine feminines, other twin flames, other light workers are doing, right? That's not it's an important message for someone. That's not the template, right? Like that's the whole point. As twin flames, we're supposed to bring the templates. And yes, of course there are universal laws, there are things that are going to be true for any of us, but it doesn't mean that as a mission it then has to look the same for everyone. Right? It's still going to be different vibes, it's still going to be different missions that we're bringing into this world, right? And maybe for you, your part of breaking the template is actually not do what other light workers or other twin flames are doing, because that becomes a cliche of its own, and people who don't understand it, they take it literally and they still put themselves into those narrow-minded frames, right, where they operate. Right? And your task is go above it and do something completely different. Okay, now let's see what we get from feminines to masculines. What would divine feminines like to say to the masculines today? Oh, we got Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. So divine feminine says that she is actually preparing to be this beautiful life partner. You know, this is the wife card, to be that for divine masculine, and she knows, I'm saying she, take gender how it resonates, you know what I mean, it's the energy. It's important for her to learn to be a good friend, a good romantic partner, a good hostess, like the owner of the household, you know, someone who takes care of the household, a good mother or parent rather, right? And have that kindness and compassion that will benefit your future family as well as other people that you love and cherish, you know, in your life, right? So she knows that every day, with every experience and every lesson, she's learning to be more authentic self and more kind and loving person with regards to all of those themes, and that's helping you creative potential come out too, right? And then apply it in the physical, and that she finds fascinating. She knows that you and the journey are the true inspiration behind it, right? Not the manipulative or like desperate or like mentality inspiration for it, but the actual kind of like, oh, I would love to do that with you one day. Yes, or I know that it would be so great doing this together, so I'm learning now and I'm already so excited, right? Beautiful. Okay, now I'm definitely going. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I love you all, and I will be with more readings. We'll be back with more readings very, very soon.